long title, right?
It is a long title, but it's a really funny book.
Did you get to read the book?
Yes, I did. It's really, and they got the voice just right.
Well, I mean, the Kurt, when I went to do the book, I had to have somebody write the book because, first and foremost, I didn't have time to write the book. And so I knew Kurt, and I admired him, and we got him. Are you doing okay over there, baby? My daughter is here with my wife. Are you okay, sweetheart? It's so nice. It's so nice to see you, baby. Anyway, I was so happy I got Kurt to do this with me because he is so funny, and it's really some of his, I mean, he's written a lot of good books, but this is some of his best writing, I think.
Now, there's so many things I want to talk to you about. Let's go to 30 Rock. You played this iconic role in Jack Donaghy, and sometimes there are actors that are in long-running shows, they get afraid to be typecast as that guy. You know, Henry Winkler, as Fonzie. Did you ever think that Jack Donaghy would follow you around?
Well, I think anytime you do a TV show and you have an audience, that's the most important thing, is that you don't want to look down your nose at an audience. You know, you want to have, when you're in this business, you want to have an audience. You know what I mean? And so when the show did fairly well, I mean, it was never a ratings juggernaut, but it did fairly well, and we were on the air for 7 seasons. I was grateful that we had an audience to allow that to happen. And then you don't really think about what impact it has on you in the way you're mentioning, which is that you're going to, people always want you to play the guy that's the kind of overbearing, or I always say the guy that straightens everybody out all the time. My agents will call me and say, we have a movie for you to do. And I'll say, what's the movie? And they'll say, well, you're going to play like a blind priest. You know, you're like the most sensitive man that ever lived. The character's so tender. I'm like, I'm in. I don't care if it shoots in Alaska and they pay me no money. Like, you really want to lunge for the opportunity to do things that can distinguish you from those kinds of parts you play.
You're such an incredible dramatic actor, but you're incredibly funny.
Well,
do you think of yourself as a comedic guy? You don't?
I think I'm lucky that the people I work with, you know, Kurt, I would send Kurt notes. He would send me bundles of a few chapters, and I would give him some notes. And he would use maybe half of what I said, a paragraph here, a phrase here, a word here, change this name. But he certainly didn't need my help to write the book, and so he used maybe half of what I wrote. So, you know, this is 99% Kurt's writing. When I did 30 Rock, it was Tina, her writing, and her staff, and Robert Carlock, who was the other head writer. SNL, the sketches are written by their writing staff. Last year it was Chris Kelly and Sarah Schneider wrote most of the sketches on the show that we did. And so I'm the beneficiary, I think, of good writing.